how can you change the note pitch depending on the position of a MIDI drum controller sending CC values? Hi, I'm Toby from abletondrummer.com, and I have a few new Max for Live devices for you, which are all about taking the CC value from a, not necessarily, but from a drum controller, probably to change the note pitch accordingly on where you hit and what kind of MIDI CC values you are creating. So this is a little bit complex, and I'm going to use the drum beam here, and I'm going to use the Airy Touch, which is both are really nice drum controllers here. So that's the Airy Touch, and we're going to set this up later on. But first we're going to have a look on the devices and on the drum beam here. So the CC to note pitch layer devices come as a 24, a 16, or as an 8-layer devices here. To not putting too much info here and to keep things a little bit more easy, we're going to use the layer 8 device here. So how does it work? So first of all, we need a controller which is sending MIDI notes and MIDI control change values. So a MIDI note is probably quite easy to understand. So we hit somewhere and it is defined what kind of pitch this controller or this field here is sending over. And the drum beam and the Airy Touch have the beauty here that they can send position, and depending on the position I'm hitting, it's sending out a different value here. MIDI CC is going from 0 to 127, and so I get different values depending on where I hit the drum beam here, later on the Airy Touch as well. So it's fairly easy. Once you understood it, it's fairly easy to set it up. So let's make sure you understand how this works. So obviously you need to make sure that your MIDI track is receiving the MIDI data from your controller. In my example here, I have this set to all ins, but you really should make sure that you only select the stuff and route the MIDI into the track, which should be really there. I'm serious about that. A lot of customers are coming to me and saying, like, Toby, something is weird with my computer or with Ableton Live, and it's quite a lot of times it's like the MIDI routing is not clean. So the MIDI routing should be clean, and obviously if you want to use a MIDI controller to send stuff into a track, it needs to be turned on under the input ports in your preferences, link tempo MIDI input ports, and for example here we have the drum beam, and this is sending stuff into Ableton Live now, into a track in Ableton Live, into a MIDI track, and I can select this here. I have this set to all ins just for now because I'm using different controllers here, but please only use the right MIDI input here. So the next thing is you want to make sure, if you own a drum beam, that the MIDI CC and the positional sensing is creating a CC signal. So if we go to the drum beam editor, which works via Wi-Fi and via browser, so it works with your phone as well. So if we go here, for example, we can see we have the setup to send a C#1, and we need to make sure that the send CC part here is turned on. And now we're sending a CC we're sending CC values, MIDI control, continuous control data here on number 70, and the values on those number 70. We could play around with the range here and with the curve as well, but we have a lot of opportunities to do this directly in Ableton Live, and I feel like it's much easier to change things and to store things in Ableton Live because it's easier to recall those. So now that we have made sure that we're getting a CC value, we could check this as well with a MIDI monitor device here of mine, or you can use my online MIDI monitor browser device here just to check. We are seeing we are getting a CC message here, and we are getting a note message here. So that's cool, that's what we need. So now we can start to set up things. Let's fold down the monitor. So switch on the device, and now we need to make sure that the CC to note pitch layer device receives the right note input and receives the right CC MIDI control change data, MIDI continuous control change data here. So it's really easy to do. You just need to hit S for syncing, and it's now waiting for us to send in note and CC data. And it's automatically detecting it, C#1 70, that those are the right values. I'm going to show you that once more when we set up the ET, the Airy Touch later. So now I already sent in those two different values, the note and the control change. Let's turn off the second track here. So obviously this is quite an easy example to make this really obvious, and you can see on the device itself already that it shows us which current layer is being triggered. And we see at the front, we see two numbers here, from and to. So from value 0 to value 25, we're gonna select automatically the first layer, and the first layer is gonna play as C3. And then the second layer is from 26 to 51. So this is gonna trigger the second layer, third one, fourth one, and so on and so forth. And it's really easy to set up. We could even have multiple layers playing at the same time. That's possible here as well. But just quickly to show you how to set this up. So I can first select how many layers do I want and how many notes do I want to play. If I set this to 8, and we can see now that the whole from to section for the MIDI CC here is a little bit messed up, and it's like overlaying a lot of the values here. I could quickly hit distribute CC range, and it will clean up and set all the different layers one after each. So at the moment I would trigger one after each, 0 to 15, 16, and so on and so forth, all the way up to 127. So now I could even say like, well, actually I want to play a C major scale. I could select major here. I could set this to C. Let's select C2 maybe. I could hit apply, and we can see now that C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C was automatically selected. So you can set this up yourself, but if you want some quick results, wow, that's working quite well already. Obviously, if the size of the field is quite small here, it's gonna get difficult to play exact notes here. So this is more like a drumming and experimenting thing. So you're not gonna be able to play proper melodies on this side of a drum beam, and that's not what it's meant to use. The idea is here to be a bit more experimental and to say, well, I actually want to play something a little bit higher. Then I wanted to trigger maybe more notes, and when I play lower here, maybe a quite far range here, I want to play the root notes. So I set this up in a different way here, where you can see I'm playing all the time as C3. And if I go higher, I can actually play a lot more notes, going higher notes in the pitch here, but that's totally up to you, obviously, to how you want to use this and how this gonna make sense for you. So if we go back to the first track and quickly set this up for the Airy Touch here, just to show you. So the Airy Touch is a really great polyphonic expression, MIDI polyphonic expression controller already. So you are able to set this up in a lot of ways already, but for a simple translation of CC position, we could just quickly set this up here as well. You need to go into your Airy lab, where you can change the different layouts here of your Airy Touch. And if you select an object, and if you go down to the control change section here, you want to switch on one of the X or the Y range here. Let's take the Y because it looks quite nice, and we can set a number here. Maybe let's set number 10. So now I need to shoot this over to the Airy Touch, so it's gonna save the new settings here. And now when I show you the airy touch, this field here is now gonna send a different CC value depending on if I'm on the low side or if I'm on the high side or if I'm moving up here. Okay, so let's set this up real quick. We just need to hit S and S for the note and for the CC input here, and it's automatically detecting it. The 10 was the number we just set up. And we already have this C major scale here. Maybe let's set up a few lesser notes here. Maybe set it up to minor harmonic. I hit apply, distribute CC ranges. So now I get. So if I now mix this with a drum sound and with different sounds, I could easily set up in Ableton Live. Let me switch the camera back. If you set this up with different sounds, and you could even chain those different devices for single notes and use them for more notes as well. You can even have a controller you're hitting and control the CC with a second controller. That's all being possible if you route the MIDI into the same track. Here you can get very experimental and setting up some nice crazy melodies and some nice textures here, some drone stuff even or whatever, using drum controller and using the CC message, the MIDI CC message, those drum controllers or a second controller are sending over. Okay, those are Max for Live devices. Max for Live is included in Ableton Live Suite or can be bought as an add-on towards Ableton Live Standard. You can get those Max for Live devices if you follow the link in the video description below. You need Max for Live to make use of those devices. Third-party Max for Live devices only work if you have Max for Live. Cool. Yeah, follow the link in the video description below if you want to find out more. Take care. Bye-bye.